In this video, we're going to be looking at graphing an ellipse that's in standard form. An ellipse that has a horizontal major axis has standard form quantity x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1, where 0 is less than b is less than a. An ellipse with a horizontal major axis will have center h, k, vertices h plus or minus a, k, co-vertices h, k plus or minus b, and foci h plus or minus c, k, where c squared equals a squared minus b squared. If our ellipse has a vertical major axis, it will have standard form quantity x minus h squared over b squared plus quantity y minus k squared over a squared equals 1, where 0 is less than b is less than a. It will have center h, k, vertices h, k plus or minus a, co-vertices h plus or minus b, k, and foci h, k plus or minus c, where c squared equals a squared minus b squared. So let's look at an example of how to do this. So we have the example quantity x minus 2 squared over 4 plus quantity y minus 3 squared over 9 equals 1. So the first step we want to take is identify the direction of our major axis. So here we see that we have 4 and 9 on the bottom. Well, we know that 0 is always less than b is always less than a. So here that tells us that 4 is our b squared and 9 is our a squared. So we know that this is a vertical major axis ellipse, because those look like x minus h squared over b squared plus y minus k squared over a squared equals 1. Next, we want to identify a and b, and we want to find c. So, to identify a and b, we know that b squared equals 4. That tells us that b equals 2, because b is always positive. And we know that a squared equals 9. So that tells us that a is equal to 3. So, next, we want to find our center, vertices, co-vertices, and foci. So, our center, as we said above, is h, k. So let's look at our example. We have x minus 2, so our h is going to be 2. And we have y minus 3, so our k is 3. Next, let's look for our vertices. We know that that is h, k plus or minus a. So we have 2, 3 plus or minus, we said our a is 3. So we have 2, 6 and 2, 0. Next, we'll look for our co-vertices, which are going to be h plus or minus b, k. So we have 2 plus or minus, we said our b is 2, and our k was 3. So we have 4, 3 and 0, 3. just put boxes around the information that we need. And then our foci. To do this, we need to find our c, which I neglected to do above. So c squared equals a squared minus b squared. So we have c squared equals 9 minus 4. So c is going to be the square root of 5. So if we go back down here to do our foci, we know our foci are going to be h, comma, k plus or minus c. So we get 2, comma, 3 plus or minus square root 5. So let's look at graphing this ellipse. We know that our center is at 2, comma, 3. We know that we have one vertex at 2, comma, 6. And we know that we have a co-vertex at 4, comma, 3.